Flex eyes up on her neck. Shutty.
What a beautiful Dwang. Welcome to episode 5 of the Morioh Cho radio broadcast. Here with everyone sound off.
Yeah.
Here.
Jesus Christ.
No.
Anyways, I think I said last time the last episode would be the last anime friendly episode. You got lucky. You get one more. This is the last one for real. It's gonna be anime only, so read the fucking manga, you fucking nerds. But yeah,
Read the manga.
we're gonna talk about part 5 in general today. The anime, manga, all that good stuff. And starting from episode 6, we're gonna move to 6, 7, 8, and then topics that span from part 1 to part 8. So this is your last warning. But everyone here, have you all watched the anime, or at least most of it?
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? What do we think overall of the anime?
It's a good adaptation.
All right. I mean, anything else you want to add to that?
Nigga, it's hot.
It is hot. He's not wrong. I'm just dripping sweat onto my leg. It's not it. Ultimately, what I really want to ask is, what was your guys' opinion of part 5 prior to the anime? Like, favorite part, least favorite part, somewhere in the middle. Like, where were you guys leaning?
Dumpster juice.
Ooh. Well,
Man,
I
I'm sorry, but I'm sorry to cut you off, Pat, but part 5 legit made me freaking drop the series for like 5 months. I'm not even kidding with you. I was breezing. 1, 2, 3, 4, breezing. Second, I got up to 5, son. I stopped reading for like a good 4 months. That shit was so hard, man. I hated it. I couldn't stand it. So yeah, dumpster juice.
I missed this nigga, bro.
Oh Lord. So for me, it's just my least favorite part. I don't hate it, but that just the climax, the end game, how it ends, just none of it was hitting. For me,
That nigga Devolio ain't it. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. That nigga ain't it.
yeah, I think the last thing I genuinely enjoyed, but even then, I feel like Risotto got robbed. That's like the last thing I really enjoyed. I feel like he got robbed in that fight against Doppio / Diablo. That's like the last thing. The last thing, like the one which was a Chocolato and Secco. It's alright. I think it's a little overhyped. It's alright. I don't hate it, but yeah, that's the last thing I enjoy. What about you, Yak?
I think it's solid. It's just that the end of it, I don't know. I feel like our boy Giorno, he just got so powerful at the end, though. It just kind of, I was like, what the fuck even is this anymore? He just put our boy Diavolo on fucking permanent wash for the rest of existence, man. That's just fucking wild to me.
Tragic. Did he deserve that?
Yeah. Probably.
I don't think he deserved that, man. Just kill him and put him in jail. Why you gotta keep dying?
Nah, he deserved it.
Why did he deserve it?
He deserved it. Nah, freaking all that shit he was doing just so niggas wouldn't know his identity. He fiending, and just because he feeling like that, he gonna get a death that's equal to the amount of fiending that he did. He deserved it.
That's
He
crazy.
deserved it. Fuck that guy.
He wanted to keep that burner account for too long, and it cost him.
He really just Kevin Durant. That's wild. But
Yeah.
but yeah, what are you, Pat?
Before I watched the anime, I feel like the majority of opinion was this the worst part. I felt the same. I didn't dislike it, but there were like a lot of parts of part 5 where I was just like, what even am I reading anymore? Like, the derpy moments of Narantia and Talking Head, like, bro, this nigga is clearly under attack. Like, why are y'all acting so dumb? And
that one is bad.
And then towards the end, like, it's just when Narantia dies, it's just like, okay, why are you doing it like this, Araki? Like, it was just so sudden. I didn't really like. I was upset that Naruto died, but I hated the way that it was done. I was like, why? You can do better than that. And then towards the end, when they finally have the confrontation with Diavolo, and then Giorno gets gold experience for Queen, and then it's like, okay, he beats him, and then that's it. Like, bro, there was no, I don't know, like, you know, that part 3, part 4, both those end games had like that suspense factor to it, and then you're just going through part 5, you get to the end game, you're just like, okay, that's it. Mm-hmm. Okay then.
Not the thing is though, it's like I don't like, for starters, I don't know how freaking Araki managed this, but he made Italy look whack. Like like Italy was just a complete backdrop, just where the story is taking place. Is nothing about it was interesting or unique or stood out or any landmarks. It was just the backdrop. You could have put the whole fucking part in a fucking fighting game training stage. It would be no different. That shit was whack. These niggas had Italian names. It was, so the setting was already whack. Then he reverted back to the beat 'em up esque style that part 3 was, but the niggas that they was fighting wasn't it either. I will admit though, the anime greatly helped in this regard, because reading it, I couldn't even understand what the fuck was going on half the time. Mm-hmm. For starters. Mm-hmm. So the anime helped with that part, but even the fights themselves are just kind of whatever. I mean, Giorno's ability is to me. And, you know, the only character I actually really did like in the whole part being Bruno. He wasn't really the focus of it. He wasn't always there as Giorno was. And then, you know what the fuck happened to him. So, you know, once he was gone, that my interest left with him.
I feel that.
But yeah, for the most part, reading it was not it at all, man. Especially since I believe the chapters went from 16 pages to 30 or 50, I think it was. I don't think it was monthly yet, but I know the chapter the chapters increased in pages, so that freaking didn't help me at all with reading it. But the anime really helped it. At least the music is nice, the voice acting is nice, and the animation is nice. So it really helped bring the series back to life. But before that, Dookie. Anime is still my least favorite, but I can see why people would enjoy it.
Okay, I feel you. You touched on something interesting that I want to ask you about, because you said that you felt like Italy was just a backdrop, like it could have taken place anywhere. Did you feel like the other parts where they took place that they mattered more, like when they were like, you know?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree.
So you would say, okay, I see what you're saying. I never really thought about it, but I kind of agree. That's why I brought it up, because I felt like, as much as like Morioh Cho was like a made-up fictional town, the actual location was important, and it had certain mysteries in the town that were only in that place. So it was like, you know, the little alley with the ghosts and shit. So it was like, and obviously with the Stardust Crusaders, they were traveling around the world and stuff, and certain places they went, you know, you hear Joseph like Osman Malenko, like he's trying, like it actually kind of the cultures there were different and whatnot. Like, oh my god! Yeah. So I actually somewhat agree with that. I don't know if it made Italy look whack, but it wasn't important.
Nah, cause listen, when if you play shit like the fucking Mafia series, you get involved in that, and it really takes its time and effort to sell you the whole mafioso shtick. And then you look at fucking part 5, ain't nothing about them niggas mafia anything. They're just a bunch of niggas in fucking cool outfits, and they fucking travel together sometimes. And that's it. It just nothing about Italy stood out at all in the part, man. It's just niggas with Italian names. That was it.
Where the fuck were the Italian bitches at? Seriously.
That's a good question.
Unfucking believable.
There's like 3. that's
French
still
don't count.
That's still plural. There's like 3. So I don't know, man. I feel you though. That's interesting. I never actually thought about that when I was reading it or watching it. I do think the anime made me enjoy it more overall, and it didn't change where I rank it. It's still at the bottom. It's still last. I don't hate it.
Absolutely.
I don't hate it. It's just my least favorite part comparatively. That's all.
Mm-hmm. No, you hate that shit. Don't lie.
No, I don't. No, I don't hate it.
You're not allowed to criticize anything anymore.
Why am I not allowed to do that?
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't be me.
I'm just saying, people in general, even if it's like, oh, I still like this, but I wish X, Y, and Z was different, and then you got fucking clowns coming out of the woodwork saying, oh, you fucking hate this shit, don't you? Just say it.
Yeah, I mean,
like, fuck that shit, man.
That's just life. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I gotta let them hate me for being me. I could live with that. That is what it is. All right, so let's talk about everyone's favorite yellow-haired boy, Giorno. How did we feel as him as a lead? How do we feel?
Everyone's favorite.
Yo, I no cap. I be seeing that obviously because the anime came out. You know, Jotaro's the worst. Obviously, you know this Jonathan. He's boring.
Hold on, Simi. What did you say again? Anime onlys don't get a what?
They don't get a right to an opinion.
Exactly.
Every day these clowns prove me right in a different manner. That shit is so wild to me.
Oh my goodness. They really don't.
No, it's like, son, Giorno he's so whack, man. I am sorry. He's so whack.
You ain't like the music?
Yeah, fuck the music. Fuck it. Hey, like, I can't stand this clown. He got this stupid pineapple head. He got his fucking chest out with no pecs. He's talking about he got a dream. Nigga think he fucking what's his name? Damn, what's his name?
Martin Luther King?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Are you fucking serious?
Wow.
I'm violent for real. That's crazy. Oh. Anyways, this nigga think he fucking MLK talking about a dream. Nigga, you are a criminal. You steal pocket money out of kids' pockets. Like, what is you talking about?
He is a criminal.
But anyways, all jokes aside,
MLK, Jesus Christ.
Yo, that's I'm really violent. Dang, but in all seriousness, that boy cardboard. I can't stand that nigga, man. So he boring. He's so boring. Yeah, see, Bruno came through. Ah! For real, like if he's gonna be boring, at least shake your ass or something. Yeah. But, like, see, Bruno came through. He came through with the fucking face lick. They came through with the classic JoJo weirdness. So at least I know I'm reading JoJo.
That man fucking slurped up the piss, bro. Yes.
You got freaking Abakio, the tsundere Onisan. You have fucking Aranse, the baby of the group, right?
The GOAT.
And you just this cardboard ass nigga talking about drugs are bad. Nigga, okay, I know. He's just so lame, man. No sauce. Tried to give him the sauce, he don't got the sauce. No swag, he just got power. Like, nah, he's whack, man. I'm sorry, I can't stand that clown. And everybody gassing him up just because his team fire. No, he's whack. He is whack, man. Ain't no person whose ability is turning shit into a ladybug fire. Ladybugs don't have hands. Yo, I can't stand it, man. He whack. I'm sorry.
That might be the greatest poetry I've ever heard in my life.
I'm in tears.
I think it's a word right now.
Was it that?
Listen, he's my second least favorite overall JoJo. I just don't like Johnny. I'm sorry, I just don't. There's not a single thing about him I like. Not one thing. Not one.
You like who?
Johnny.
Okay.
Steel Ball Run. I won't get into it. We'll get there when I get there. Cause trust me, I'll have a long soliloquy about why I can't fucking stand him. But Giorno, I don't know. I feel like they tried to make him be the normal one in the group, but I felt like Abakio was already pretty normal. So like you just had two kind of normal ones because he was pretty level-headed for the most part. Obviously, he was kind of going hard on you, like Giorno, I don't fucking trust you because who the fuck is this? He's not wrong. Like who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you? Like, why are you here? Like, I feel that, but I don't know, man. I don't know if I don't hate him. He didn't stick out to me. Like he had his cool moments. His piano theme was going hard. I can't lie. When that piano come in,
It was.
Dio's son. Like seriously, like
that wasn't even that didn't even end up really being important.
I know it's fucking like that's probably one of the two things from this part where I'm like, man, that is such a. I felt like it was almost a waste of time.
Like making a Dio skid.
Yeah, it's like do something with that shit.
Yeah.
All he do is just say Muda. Like, come on, man.
Oh, wait. His hair turned yellow.
He did the pose.
His hair turned yellow. Like Dio's hair. Okay. Now
He struck a pose and he said Muda. Oh my fucking god. Someone
Call 911.
now that's
So, like, it's just so crazy because it's like, I'm sorry to cut you off, yeah. Because, like, you got it. Bizarre adventure. Ain't nothing bizarre about this nigga, man. Jonathan was raw. He went from, your typical nice rich guy, and he got everything taken away from him. Then this nigga trained. He raw. You got Joseph. This nigga a clown. He's raw. You got Jotaro, the embodiment of raw. He's
Facts.
raw.
he's raw.
You got Josuke. This nigga can clothesline you with his pompadour. And don't you dare say shit about it, because then he do that shit again. He's raw. Then you have this nigga, man. First thing that they say, Dio's son. You expecting something crazy. What this nigga doing? Pickpocketing Koichi out of all people. So he not raw. He not raw, man. He's whack. First thing he's doing, he's being whack. How you stealing from a goat? Hate to see it.
Yeah, he got the belt last stream. He gave Koichi the belt. You can't do that. The King Koichi.
Listen, Giorno Giovanna, he's still my least favorite, I guess, JoJo lead because he's not a Joestar. But it's just, his personality is just so bland. Like, when you watch JoJo, yes, that's what it is. Like, people tell me, like, oh, as a result of his trauma that he faced when he was a child, where he got beat so many times, where he was scared to the point where he didn't cry. Like, listen, I get that. But now you're like, all JoJo parts, right? There's always those moments where they're fighting the enemy and they're serious. And then they have those moments where they just, like, act like clowns and do derpy stuff. It happens to every single JoJo part. And he's the only one that doesn't have any, like, fun moments. He's just so bland. Like, that moment where Narancia and Mista are beating up on somebody, even a Bakio gets up and he starts kicking the dude. Like, yo, this like, even if a Bakio can do something like that, why can't Jono can't do anything fun or something funny or...
He took a final sip first, elegantly as fuck, and then started kicking the shit out of the dude.
That shit was hilarious.
Oh my god, that shit was so funny the other day.
Yeah, like, Giorno, I feel like he just doesn't capture what it means to be the JoJo lead in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, all of them have the fun moments and they have their serious moments. It's a healthy balance between the two. And he's just serious all the time. And it's just not fun for me to read. I just can't vibe with him.
He's 2-day-old plain oatmeal and fucking Gucci. That's all he is.
Right? He's the youngest one of the group, and he's the most serious one. How does that make sense?
Because of the trauma in his past and the way that... I know that's probably a think piece you saw on Twitter. I just can't. I don't know, man.
It is true, but...
No, fuck all that. That's not fun. I don't care. Just not interesting. I don't know. I don't hate him. He's just my second least favorite. The only Joestar I guess the JoJo lead I really don't like is Johnny. Giorno, just what, like, it's almost worse with Giorno because I'm just indifferent. I just don't think about it. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes I feel like it's better to have a strong opinion even if it's a negative one. With him, I just don't think. It's like, whatever. He's just there. He's gonna turn something into an animal. Oh, I knew that you're gonna do that, and then he's gonna win. Like it's just not interesting. I don't really think about it. I think about fucking Bucciarati, Sticky Fingers. I think about
Bro.
my boy Narancia. I like Narancia. Okay, he's funny. I like him. That's my son. He deserved better. I don't like Mista. We'll talk about that later. What? I don't mind Abakio. He's cool. But I mean, do we at least like Gold Experience? I know you don't, Simi, but anyone else?
The stand?
Don't cut me
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
It's alright. It's alright.
It was fine until the end,
That
and
nigga-
that shit got so far out of control. I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I'm watching
That
anymore.
nigga turned into God, bro. What the fuck?
He did what
The
Dio
fucking
could
point.
do, I guess.
All
Now,
right.
Gold Experience is cool, I guess. I mean, it has a cool name. It has a cool look, I suppose, if you like fucking shit that weighs less than 90 pounds. But its power itself is fucking whatever, man. The second this nigga said he could give inanimate objects life, I said, all right, there goes any sense of suspense right then and there. I mean, as I already said the last episode, Araki always has a character that can
He's a
heal.
healer.
So so all the characters can go through some type of crazy shit and come back unscathed by the next fight. But his is just, you already know whatever's gonna happen, they good, because this nigga can literally create life. Like, come on,
Mhm.
he was already baby Jesus from the freaking get go.
And then he elevated.
Ladybug's not raw though.
And then he upgraded to God. Yeah. He took over. All right. I mean, it's a cool stand, I guess. I don't have any strong opinions on it. It was there. It existed. It was out. But let's contrast with him, and let's talk about well, I guess Doppio / Diavolo. How do we feel about him?
Oh
That
god.
nigga was corny, bro. Get that nigga out of here, bro. Nothing, bro.
Listen,
Nigga was talking on a frog half the fucking time he was there.
Doppio better than Diavolo, though. I'm sorry. He better.
He was.
He's better.
Should have died, but you know.
He's the superior persona in that body, or whatever the fuck. I just felt like King Crimson carried. If he didn't have King Crimson, I don't think we would have even given slightly a fuck about Diavolo. At least here, I don't know how you guys felt about him. Because some people liked the dual personality thing. They thought it was interesting. But how did you guys feel about him?
No. Let me tell you something. You ever watched the movie Split?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah.
That is how you do a good dual personality. That movie fucking had me on the edge of my seat. That is some actual fucking this nigga's insane type shit. Doppio and Diavolo on the other hand, they whack, man. First of all, how the nigga got a shorter body? Then he going to other personality, the nigga over 6 feet. What is going on? And then you got no explanation for it. It's just he do it. He take off his shirt and he grow. Ow.
They had some bullshit pseudoscience something that personality can affect the body. Like, that's not a thing.
No, the fuck it cannot.
That, you just made that up.
Nigga made the minimal amount of research. You're like, alright, nigga, alright, I can do something with this. And nigga fuck the whole shit up.
I'm gonna try that shit and be 7 feet tall after this podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
It works.
Hey, shoot, let me take my shirt off and my fucking head hitting the ceiling. Like, come on. But, anyways, again, all joking aside, he's whack. And the main problem isn't even his personality, it's his fucking reason. Nigga. The entire reason for everything is because this nigga don't want nobody to know his identity. Come on. This shit is whack. Like, who cares? Nigga, you the freaking leader of a whole mafia organization.
And
Your biggest concern is, I want to stay anonymous? Son, I sleep. Like, how? I don't understand how he was able to make an antagonist so mundane. The shit is, oh god, he's fucking whatever. At least Doppio himself had the freaking weird element to him with the fucking talking in an ice cream cone, talking in a fucking frog and shit like that. But Diavolo himself, this nigga scrawnier than freaking Giorno. He got some weird mesh tattoo on his body. He not raw. He look like he need to be in a fucking rave. He got his fucking weirdo cotton candy hair. He just not it. Ain't nothing about him it, man. Not raw at all. I 100% agree with what Hemon said. With if he did not have the fucking ability to erase time, nobody would give a fuck.
Yeah, his stand is raw, especially how it looks with the extra face, like the epitaph, whatever it's called. It's just scary looking. It just looks menacing. And when before they reveal, first of all, that silhouette looks nothing like him. Nothing. Like,
absolutely nothing like him.
I think that's easily the funniest part about Part 5 because I like this. Like, what? Who is this? This is not the person who killed Bucciarati when he. That's not the same person. That's somebody else. Like, who the fuck was that? He's not in that suit or nothing. He was in a suit. He's in a mesh. What the fuck was he? No shirt on. I don't know what was going on. That shit was funny.
An awful body double.
Yeah, like what? But King Crimson, like, legitimately for me, kind of carried it because, to me, I think Diablo is probably the JoJo villain I like the least. Like, I know Cars is whatever in terms of main ones, but I'll just take Cars over him. I just will. But
Cars is definitely better than him.
My biggest issue with Diablo, I mean, you touched on a good thing. His reasoning for everything is kind of whatever. Like, that's not it. But for me, it's that we don't actually ever get to see him do much. Because as soon as he's revealed, he loses his body. So he's never even in his body to really do anything. He never got to really experience Diablo. He did that weird, I figured out this ball is here and the shadow. What the fuck was going on? I don't even know. The shadow was pointing opposite everyone and he broke it. And then, like, he was in King Crimson again. Like, without that ability, like, no one gives a damn about him. I feel like every villain, when they got, their moment to be in the spotlight, they got to actually be in the fucking panels and do shit. Diablo just lost his body. He was fucking Bruno in there the whole time. So that's my biggest issue with it.
I just feel like when it comes to most like manga artists, when you're making a long running series, you make one antagonist and then you hit a home run and then you're just like, all right, so let's follow up with another one. So you do another one. That one's good too. So then you get to Part 5, you're just like, okay, I did Dio, which was great, Cars was okay, and Kira was also great. So now you gotta make another villain. So I feel like the split personality thing was him trying to make Diablo interesting, but he didn't do much with it after like he gave that short little backstory or whatever. And then after that, he was trying to like give him a motivation, I guess. I would have liked it better if he was just bad just because he wanted to be bad, but that whole preserving your identity thing to overcome your destiny, I was like, bro, what? That doesn't even make sense. like, how does your identity tie in with your destiny? This what?
What's
then
funny?
The way he was just I'm just saying, the way he was just like going roundabout with how he wanted to accomplish things, like you get all of Passione to protect Trish just so you can kill her with your own two hands. Like, bro, get a videotape, have them niggas kill Trish, and then send them the video to you. And then you're good. Like, what? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. I had a conversation with my cousin not too long ago because he caught up, right? And he was saying, like, he feels like Diablo would have been more interesting if the reason why he was so paranoid about people finding out about him was because his stand ability was fucking garbage, even though he was running Passione. And I think that actually would make it more interesting. You have fucking no one is fucking with you even if they find you. Who's beating you? Especially if they don't know you're dying every time. Polnareff was a seasoned stand veteran from the moment he was a child. He got bodied! He got washed! Like, he like he had...
Oh, that's another reason why I don't like Part 5, by the way, but sorry.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Polnareff, go. Don't do that to my man. He's really a turtle. That's so... Oh, my God. But... yeah, like, I felt like that could have been interesting. So by the time you find him, like, maybe his ability sucks and he's smart with it, but it's like at the end of the day, like, aha, you're the boss. Okay, King Crimson, I'm fucking dead. Yeah, I'm gone. I'm getting bodied no matter what. Unless I have a space-time ability, maybe I have a chance. But otherwise, I'm losing every time. Especially if you don't know what his ability does. He has one of those things where it's like, It just because of his nature and power. If you don't know what you're up against, you're just going to lose. The art of the unknown is just there. But yeah, I don't know. He wasn't it. Dope, he was fine though. I liked him. He's fun. He was fun. He was fun. But
Fucking shoulder boy.
but okay, so let's talk about the gang. Well, actually, we'll talk about this real quick because I often see from a lot of people. Someone sent me a video the other day. I don't remember the guy's name. I'm sorry, I really don't. But it seems that the La Squadra seems to be one of the most popular like minor antagonist groups amongst JoJo fans. Well, at least I don't know. I don't know if it's because Part 5 is out and that's what I'm seeing now. I don't know if that's really true overall because I don't engage with that much of the JoJo community. But how do we feel about La Squadra in general?
I think it's just a recency thing. In a lot of cases, people are just seeing them.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
I agree.
I think in general though, before Part 5, I think a lot of people liked them. It's just that now that it's actually here, people are just really like. It's like when they're gassing up, Giorno and shit. It's like y'all knew what he was from the start, but he's just here and he's animated. His song's fire.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I think it's the same kind of thing here.
No, it absolutely is because, but way before freaking even Part 4 got animated, when Part 3 was still getting animated, I knew quite a few people who are Part 5 apologists, but they was fucking oppressed because freaking everyone who read the manga, especially if they was mutuals and me, because I wasn't letting that shit run at all. But now that the anime came out, and now that they got the backing, now that they got the backing of the fucking anime only clowns, they think it's okay to come out the fucking closet.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's just I
can't stand
I
people
sleep.
like that, man. Just have your opinion. It's okay.
Was any but did you like any of them? Because I actually like what's his name, Prosciutto, the Grateful Dead. I like that stand battle a lot, and I like Prosciutto's ability, like the agent thing.
Cool.
Especially the way he actually aged himself when he just came. Like Mista should have been fucking dead. I'm so unhappy he's alive from that. But anyways, he came through and he took his gun and just popped him. I'm like, bro, what? Like I thought that shit was so fire. Him and Risotto, I actually like. I like those two. I don't care for the rest of them, but I'll say that Giacchio, the guy with the white album, the fact that he wears his stand is cool as fuck. I like those suit stands. There's not many of them. I like the white album fight a little bit, but his stand is cool. But other than that, Pecci, was it Cheese? I don't remember his name. Formaggio, I think it is. Malone suck. Oh god, no. Di molto. No.
That's the only good thing about him.
What was the mirror guy? Illuso? He just whacked.
Illuso.
And he fought with the worst character in the series. I fucking hate Fugo. I hate him. And Sorbet, Gelato, they can't do anything. They're dead. So, yeah.
I will say La Squadra is half garbage, half raw.
Okay.
Because I fucked with Formaggio because he was actually pretty intelligent and the way he used his stand was like pretty genius.
Uh-huh.
Prosciutto is raw. Risotto is also raw. And my favorite, Giacchio, oh my gosh, like this man is a riot. The way he used his stand ability, he was relentless. And then not only that, it's named after the Beatles. We talk about some cultured gentlemen here. This man was over here on top of the car. He was like, listen, when people talk about places that they haven't been to, why don't they call it by the name that it's supposed to be called? They talk about Venice. Everybody says Venice outside of Italy, but it's Venezia. Why would you say something that's not the way it's supposed to be called? I'm like, bro, this thing is making some sense right now. Places should be called by the way they were supposed to be called, the places they were created in.
Damn
and
tourists.
Then he had the second ability, Gently Weeps. I was like, ooh, this man, yeah, I'm fucking with Giacchio. That was the best stand battle for me in Part 5.
Okay.
But Pecci, like Bruno said, he's a piece of shit and he sucks. Malone, he sucks. And Sorbet and Gelato, they got watched before we even got introduced to them, so they automatically suck by default.
I'll give Pesci this because obviously based on the way they're introduced, you're supposed to think that Pesci's the one that's gonna get bodied first and not be important. So the fact that he kind of flipped it and he got to get his little cool moment, I'll give him that. But god damn, his head shape just turns me on. I just can't deal with it.
Oh, that's a nigga with the fucking dickhead?
Yeah.
Oh nah.
Yeah.
Good like a thumb, bro.
Like why? Like like why does he look like that? I just can't with him. I just couldn't with him. But I'll give him his props for like that little. Oh, I get it. You know, bait and switch. It was cool. You got you. I think Lucio was the worst one though. I think he was the worst. Maybe him and Malone. I don't know. Between those two.
No, Lucio's ability is raw.
But like, he sucked. and then that like. I mean, I don't want to say it was a contradiction because I'm like, how does Kakyoin know or not know there's a mirror world? But he was so adamant, there's just no mirror, this doesn't exist. It just I got like no, and now he's got like, yo, I have a mirror world. So I just find that hilarious. But I think my biggest problem with him was I just didn't like him, and I really hate Fugo. He's not real. I know why he got written out. And I know initially he was supposed to be like a traitor, but Rocky couldn't go through with it. But it's like, you really didn't ride. And then he want to come back and fucking Purple Haze feedback and be, man, get your ass out of here. Get out of Italy. I'll kick him out the whole country. I'm the gang star now. You're not allowed here. You wasn't shooting us in the gym. You don't get to celebrate. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. But yeah, I like Risotto. I feel like he got robbed. He didn't deserve to go like that. As a leader, I like that he kind of figured out the identity, I guess, and he got executed by the boss, and he kind of got unlucky with the fucking. He's losing his iron, so he's not breathing. So oh my gosh, it was so funny, but he deserved better. I think he should have run out better than that. But
Yeah, he was dumb wrong.
Yeah. What about the elite guards? Fuck, what they call it? Unita Speciale? Like any of them? Squalo, Tizanio. What the fuck was the Biggie one? I don't remember his name. Carne? I don't know. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything. He just died.
Nigga just walked up and blew up. And gibbed himself. Like,
Bro, all them niggas suck. All of them. I mean, at least Sekko's kind of funny, but those niggas suck, bro. Like, I don't know.
Get him off our fucking screen, Jesus Christ.
I think
love to see it,
the funniest part to me is Carne, or Carne, what the fuck his name is, because I always like I feel like how could did his stand have another ability? Like, how could you possibly know, like, oh, it only works if I die? Like, how did you figure?
Know, right?
How did he figure that out? Did he like almost die or something and get resuscitated in the hospital? Like, what the fuck happened? How does he know that's his ability? Like, right? Like,
Came with the manual. Come on, dog.
I don't understand. Did he just feel it in his bones? Like, I don't even know. That's the funniest.
The crazy thing is that stand is truly invincible because it has no user. Like, it can follow you till the end of time. If they didn't dump it into the sea, like,
it's killing people in the sea, like just eating wildlife and tourists just dying forever. Well, until you know. Yeah, that sucks. I actually didn't mind the Squalo Tizanio little the little dual play they had there, like the talking head with Crush. But that's all I can give them. I didn't Chocolata. I get it. He's just a sicko. He's a doctor. Blah blah. I just didn't care for anything else. Like, aha, I split myself into pieces. Okay, great. Because I'm a doctor, I know where to cut myself. Like, man, just like when he got disposed of in the garbage, I'm like, that's where you belong. Just stay in there.
The way he disposed of his body was pretty interesting. I'll give Hiraki that was pretty cool. The way he used his stand ability to like stop the bleeding in certain parts, where he was like, oh, I can move my body even if I sever my spinal cord. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's kind of terrifying.
That shit
I'll
was
give him
wiggling
that.
in the anime. It was just wiggling. I'm like, bro, his spine is wiggling. That shit was throwing me off. Oh, well, I guess that's all the bad guys. I guess. Anyone you think we overlooked, or any abilities we overlooked? That man sleep. All right, let's talk about the gang.
About all that sea life now, it's getting eaten up, man. That's fucking wild.
Imagine you're just a tourist. You're just chilling, just cruising, and then you just get what the fuck is this? And you're just gone, blown away. That sucks. All right, so Bucciarati's team. Anyone you want to start with?
Shit. Start with the worst out of the bunch.
Fugo.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, man. Fugo's fucking whack. Let's move on to the next one, please.
Like, what did that nigga do besides fucking stab Naranti in his head with a fork? What did he do?
I think he had hit one stand battle.
I think he had one stand battle.
He fought with the mirror guy, and then that was it.
And that nigga just stood on a pier, like, whack! Man, he whack!
You know what's funny, right? Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and you know he's whack because Bakio was about to put the mission over his life. He was like, "Fuck that nigga, we gotta go get this piece."
I was laughing because so when Trader's Requiem came out, right? You know the part where he doesn't walk? I watched it with my friend, and every single time, without fail, at that part of the opening, he goes, "Fuck that bitch ass nigga." Every single time. He never forgot. He never forgot. Every time that part doesn't walk, like, "Fuck that bitch ass nigga." I'm like, bro. I can't, because I thought he would forget, because remember the last two came out way later, and I only watched it with him like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So I thought he'd forget. He didn't forget. He said, "Fuck that nigga." I was tired. Every time, bro. All right, let's do a Bakio next. How you feel about a Bakio?
Sundero Nisa.
Sundero Nissan. Listen,
Hey,
whenever.
No, go ahead, man.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead, Sammy. Go ahead.
Yeah, he gave fucking Jordan a hard way to go. I mean, and rightfully so too. He gave him a hard way to go almost up until his fucking death. It just, I don't mind him at all. The funny thing is, I don't dislike Passione for them. Well, yeah, I don't dislike him, but they're whatever to me to begin with. But yeah, Bakio, he's kind of there, but not there because at least his design is raw.
I give that. Yeah, I think he looks cool.
Yeah, his design is raw.
He got a deep ass voice.
Yeah, his voice way too deep, man. I opened that fucking episode, heard that nigga talking, I said, huh? ain't a lot of these niggas minors. Like, ain't only Bruno over 18?
I think he's 20, if I remember correctly. I think he's 20.
Shit.
I'll
Like,
check.
that nigga voice, I said, wait a minute. Kinda deep. But, yeah, he's cool. He's just kinda there for me, but he's cool. I do like...
He's 21.
That's crazy. He's 21, he look like that? That's crazy. But in any case, I do like how he was the one who, wasn't just all up in arms for Giorno joining and shit, and he gave him the hard way to go. Because you always need that one person in the group if you do have a setting where the story has a group and the main character joining said group. So I do like that contrast that he gave Giorno and whatnot. But other than that, yeah, he's cool. I don't mind him. And I don't mind the fact that he's not a fighter either. So, most fucking apes. And second you not fighting, second you not throwing hands, you whack.
You trash,
yeah. Yeah, he's cool to me.
He's got one of the better utility stands, I think. Especially for a police officer. Like, what happened here? Moody Blues. Like, that's literally perfect. Like, he could just be the world's best detective. I don't know why he didn't do that. I will never have quit.
He'll put Detective Conan to shame, bro.
Yep.
Figure that shit out in 5 seconds.
You put L to shame.
It'll take 5 years.
You can figure anything out. Even it's like, how long ago this shit happen? 300 years ago, I bet. It might take a while, but you just sit there with this coffee while it's rewinding, chilling. You can figure it out. I like him. He was alright, but it's kind of like he's a little hard to remember sometimes because he's not in the fray of battle most of the time. He's usually like, okay, replay this because he has a utility stand. But he was cool. I didn't mind him. But I don't have a strong opinion about it. I don't dislike him. I don't love him. He's alright.
He just did.
Yeah.
At least he looked raw. At least he got the swag. So that's bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
He died in
unlike
the
fucking
way,
unlike pineapple hair over there. His fucking. You know what? Anyways, somebody else talk.
His death was kind of whack. Yeah. I mean, what
this
did he?
nigga was reaching for a ball. This nigga, a bunch of kids. Let me get the ball. This nigga fucking got smashed in the chest.
What did he do again though? Like, what was the saving grace? Like, he did something to help them. What was it?
No,
he
got
put his face. He put it.
Yeah,
his face in the rock. He put Diavo's face in the fucking rock that he died on.
Okay. I mean,
Wow, that's fucking whack.
I mean, what the whole antagonist point is, I want to stay anonymous. What the fuck else he supposed to do?
Oh my god.
The mole didn't even look like that nigga though. That's the thing.
That was old Diablo, man. That was the old one. That was the silhouette. That's silhouette Diablo. I don't know what was going on.
That's
He didn't
really
even get the right
yo,
face.
Diablo whole gimmick is like when you watching a show where it's like it has special effects and whatnot, or there's stunt doubles, and then so I'm gonna use Kamen Rider for example. Like if you watch a Kamen Rider series, and the actor who plays the main character, he like 5'5", I would say, and then when that nigga transform into his rider form, he grow a whole like 4 inches. Son, that's exactly what Diavolo be on. Two completely different niggas. Hate to see it, man. He got a whole stunt double. That's wild.
It must be nice. Anything else about him? About Moody Blues or something? A moment you liked? I don't know. We can move on.
With Abakio, like when I first read the manga, like the way he was treating Jono, I was like, yo, why is he being like this? Like right? Every time Jono said something, he'd just be like, shut up, you stupid little brat. And I was just like, damn, you really don't fuck with him. But I feel like
he's 21. That nigga 15. He's a brat.
But I feel like after I went through it the second time with the anime, like I understood why he was acting this way, because it's like, yo, this dude comes into a crew that you trust with your life, and you don't know nothing about him, and then the leader's all of a sudden saying you got to treat him as one of your own. Like, nah, bro, you got to earn the stripes around here.
Pay your dues.
Yeah, and like even though Jorno earned his trust after the fight with Luso, he still didn't like, you know, he wasn't his friend. Like, yo, I still don't fucking like you. I trust you, but we're not cool. And I thought like the way he showed that he's actually more compassionate than most people realize. Like, even though it was right before he died, when he tried to help the little kid with the ball and stuff, I mean, he didn't know it was Diavolo, but that's still like the kind of person that he is. So overall, Abakio, I was at first on him, but now I really like him.
I don't know. I feel like I always like the one some people take it too far, and maybe he did or whatever. I don't know. Like first, like listen, as far as that, he's a grown ass man. That kid's a teenager. I get it. Trust me. But
nigga pissed in a cup, bro. Gave it to him.
Yeah, I forgot he did that. I actually did that. That was wild.
Nigga was wilding.
I forgot he did that. That's crazy. This guy said never sent the link, bro. We not Marcus. Hold on, I'll get him in a second. But I like when anytime someone new joins any type of group that's been together, there's always someone who's like, yo, what? Who the fuck are you? Like, I don't fuck with you at all. Like, you know when Robin came and Zoe was like, nah.
Yeah.
Like I need that person so I know someone there has sense. Like you just can't be trusting everybody that comes in immediately. But alright, Mista.
Sex Pistols out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Nigga Stan, he got a babysit. That's crazy.
I don't give a fuck if he gotta do whatever to it. That shit's fucking raw. Leave me alone.
I mean, he's a thing. I'll just say that he's a thing. I mean, this. I mean, I really don't know how to feel about him. I don't know how I feel about Sex Pistol at all. Just like, it's kind of fucking whatever, man.
That's alright. I got you, Simi.
Oh,
that shit out.
Shit, listen. I mean, he got a whole gun. Half the time, this nigga missing. I'm like, whatever, man.
Always shooting himself. I just can't with him. He's like fucking. He died on the train. I'm sorry, he died.
That nigga got blasted his head 2 times.
He got murdered on that train. He just didn't deserve to keep going. I don't know, man. A lot of people like him, and I can see why. Like his personality is fine. I just don't like how he fights and keeps getting hit with his own bullets no matter what the fuck is happening. And 2, I like Sex Pistols. They're cool. I like them. I just like let's see what you said. You have to feed. I have to pay money so you could eat. Like that's just not gonna fly. Give me the emperor. Give me the emperor every day. I'm not doing this. I'm not feeding them. And they fucking annoying. Now my father's bullying me. Shut up! It's 3 in the morning. Like I don't want to. Shit. I can't. I couldn't do it. That's just me. But yeah, I like his standard. They're fine. They pass is cool. I just can't, what is he wearing though? Like I just can't deal with the sweater. The sweater with the midriff show. Like, are you hot? Are you cold? What's going on with you? And his fucking Toque helmet thing. I just don't know what's happening with it. I just can't do it.
He's bizarre. That's what we want Giorno to be, dog. Shit.
I mean, shit. That's a point. That's a good point.
That is fair. But that sweater sucked. The sweater's not cool.
Yo, that remind me of fucking when I was at work. This security guard, right? This nigga was standing in front of the AC, right?
Mm.
But what he drinking? Coffee. Nigga. Is he hot or is he cold? Like, which is it? Stand in front of something cold, drinking something hot.
Make up your mind, dog. Shit.
Like, what is going on? So I kind of understand where fucking him is coming from with his whole design, but like, nah, like, nigga, if you got a gun and you a marksman, how nigga, like, he shooting himself, he missing, nigga. You got a whole stand that can redirect bullets, and he constantly hitting himself. How? What is going on? Especially the nigga in me, who was always playing shooting games, and you shooting yourself. How? Nigga, you got a whole aimbot as a stand. What is going on, man? I just don't. I don't.
I don't know. It's one of those things where like I could objectively look at him like there's nothing wrong with him really. Like he's fine. He works. He's a cool member of the group. He got a nice stand. He fits the whole JoJo motif. I just can't get behind him. I just can't. My whole body rejects everything about him. His look, how he keeps shooting himself.
Midriff, bro. That's wild.
No, he has the worst midriff in JoJo. The worst. It's just not hitting the same way as Joseph's. It just wasn't hitting. I'm sorry.
Not hitting like his bullets hit him.
Yeah, sure. How about you, Cypher?
It was, that nigga was like, I don't know, he was just there half the time. You just missing, like half that with what's his name, the Ice guy. Like that whole fight he was missing, and then Jordan had to save this nigga multiple times. What's going on here? This year's supposed to be a shining moment, and this nigga just fucking failed.
I don't know.
I feel like he always be getting waxed the hardest too.
That's the thing.
He do.
That's why I keep saying. That's why I'm like, how come he lives? Oh, there he is. There you go, Marcus. What's up?
What's up?
Yeah, sorry, we don't do hangouts no more, man. This is where we be recorded and streaming.
All right, now I know.
How you doing? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm tight right now.
Why? It's hot.
Well, one, it's hot as fuck. Two, I'm making poor financial decisions because I bought this fucking Yu-Gi-Oh game for Switch.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I did say poor financial decision. I said fuck it, why not? I want to treat myself. 3, I finished Fire Emblem, so I'm fucking tight because I don't want to fucking restart this shit because I want to do another playthrough, but I gotta wait and just fuck everything right now, man.
Damn.
Hey, that's it.
JoJo out though. How you?
Let's fucking go. Let's talk about some JoJo.
We talking about part 5 right now. That's it, pretty much. So like, with the
Alright, that's fine. It's fine. I can suck it up real quick.
Don't worry, this is the last one for real. Then we all manga. I don't give a fuck about anybody.
Then we all about that part 6 life. Let's fucking go.
Exactly. We'll be there. But how you? I mean, we'll just run you through everything real quick. Talk generally about part 5. Like, what do you think?
Okay, as someone who still I'm planning on watching part 5 of the anime, don't worry. But as someone who still says part 5 is least favorite part, by far it has my favorite start out of every single part in the entire fucking series. I don't give a fuck what, you can say what you want about any part. Part 5 picks up nice. It gets you real intrigued, real fast. The characters are all fucking fire except for fucking Narantia. I still hate this bitch ass.
What?
I don't. He's the. I don't know what it is, but I don't click with Narantia. Everyone else, I'm like, all right.
It's because he's dumb. You hate it because he's dumb.
Probably. Probably. But you know what? Like, I want to say that, but like,
you can't even add. That's tragic.
Smartest people. Like, JoJo characters are not known for being highly intelligent. The exception, maybe Jotaro, but he's literally God. So like, you can't even put him in the same system as everyone.
He's a marine biologist.
Where the fuck did that come from?
I know, right? That's so fucking random. Yeah,
but nigga can't get an education.
Fucking marine biology. Jesus
fucking
Christ.
name is
What?
Taro Kujo, and you built like a fucking MMA fighter. You should not be no fucking marine biologist.
No, I have no issue with him being a marine biologist. Where did it come from?
Fuck that shit.
Where, like, he never. It was in the water. He didn't observe no fucking sea animals. he couldn't give a fuck.
Jotaro's a fucking gym teacher, bro. That's all he needs to be in life.
No.
Marine biologist.
I just needed one hit. Maybe he saw a starfish and he was in. I don't know. That's all I needed. One scene, one panel, and I would have taken it.
Dog, that shit was whack as fuck.
I'm okay with that, man.
He just watched a fucking episode of SpongeBob, and he's like, God damn it, I want to be a marine biologist.
Whatever pays the bills, man. I respect it. He's smart.
Man, he can just take all the money. Fuck that shit, dog.
They can't
Beat the
even
shit out of people
fucking.
with Star Platinum.
My man can't even write it.
Minds.
He can't write a fucking essay about how starfish regenerate. Come on, let him live. But sorry,
He can't change majors. Like shit.
oh, sorry, Marcus. Keep going.
No, it's fine. Like, low key, like they killed my favorite dude in the entire group. I was like literally halfway through. I was so tight. I can't remember his name, but it was like I just remember like him turning to stone. I was real fucking mad about that shit. Like, oh my god. Part 5 is a fucking field trip. Like, it's fucking dope. I don't know why they had to cut up Polnareff's legs though. That really made me mad.
Yeah, we'll talk about him soon. All right, now we're talking about Passione or Bucciarati's team. And
Okay.
we're on Mista right now. How you feel about Mista?
Yo, Mr. fucking dope. Sex Pistols out.
Sex Pistols fucking out. There we go.
Sex Pistols out. Let's fucking go.
Oh man. I mean, I basically said I just can't with him. The design. He keeps shooting himself. I don't know what's going on with him. I reject. That's all I can say. I reject.
Look, as I said, JoJo characters are not known for being smart. It's okay.
But you
But
hate
this nigga is
Naruto.
a marksman though.
That's fine.
Who is in the background gaming and
More
clicking?
babysitter than Marksman.
I could hear that shit. Somebody is button mashing.
Look, that shit ain't me. I don't want to fucking hear it.
Alright, man. Let's talk about Narancha. My favorite. My son.
Nope.
He didn't deserve it. He deserved better. Why they do him like that? Why you do him like that?
Looked up
Fuck
and
him.
he was dead, bro.
I know. He didn't fucking deserve. I was like, no, not like this, not like this. I just seen it and like, fuck. That might have been when I completely checked out of part 5, 112%. Like I was already out. I was already not feeling whatever the fuck was happening, especially with the Polnareff stuff, because Polnareff is one of my favorite characters ever. He's just raw, but yeah, his stand is one of my favorite stands. I like Aerosmith, man. It's a dope stand. Like it's so good for like what it could do in terms of like surveillance and shit. Like I just fuck with it. Cause when he used it against Formaggio, when he was in the sewer, and he's like, yo, one of these rats have irregular breathing because you're riding him, and I'm like, bro, put respect. He like 1 foot tall right now. Like he out here just putting in work. I just gotta respect him. He has most of my favorite stand battles in the part. The one with Squalo Tizania was whatever, but I like how he found him because he found. It's funny because Squalo was I think the one that should have been panicking because he was bleeding and shit, but it was the other one that panicked, and he's like, "Oh, it's you niggas, huh?" Bodied one. The other one tried to put this fish in his neck, and he's like, nah. And then we got I know, like Bruno, you got the Adi Adi. I'm sorry, the Valore Via, it hits harder. It just hits a little harder for me. I just had to stand. The fucking fish in his neck, hit the pose, the sunlight hitting on him. That's just the best man right there. That's just the goat. He's funny. He's dumb though, but he's smart sometimes. That might be the epitome of a Shonen character. He dumb as fuck, but you know what? When they fighting, he might be smart. That's just Shonen.
He's smart sometimes.
Calling people stupid's a good, man. Let me tell ya.
Yeah. Well, how do you guys feel about him? Also,
The
his
baby of the group.
yeah. Also, his
What?
fucking drip is insane. It's the best. No, Abakio's the best. Abakio's the best, but.
Yeah, Naruto is the baby of the group, and it's always easy to like the baby of the group because you just fucking want to protect them. He's, huh, nigga.
Look, I'm a hating ass motherfucker today. It's fine.
I mean, I guess, but shoot. Anyways, like he's the youngest of the group. He act like it. He looked like it. I mean, first time I see this thing, I couldn't tell if he was a fucking nigga or a bitch for the longest time. But hey, it don't matter. 2019 out. But yeah, it just he's the baby of the group, and he's like, as I said, when you have that one character who's just like, like who's not the kid in a sense, not in an obnoxious type, but as in you gotta protect this innocent cinnamon bun type. Then yeah, he's just raw. And like the scene where when fucking after Bruno ran into Diavol for the first time, and he was like, I'm gonna directly go after him, but if y'all follow me, y'all will have to live looking over your shoulders for the rest of your life. And Arancio was like, I can't do nothing without you. I can't make my own decisions unless you order me, so please order me. And Bruno's like, nah. He crying and shit. That shit was just so sweet and heartwarming. Like, Naruto's go. And his fucking
Did you see his form?
landing strip pose that he does.
Yes.
It's so raw. Like that shit is raw. Like it don't matter. Like, come on, man. He the baby of the group. Like,
And when he swam after the boat, did you see his form? Impeccable. Clean. Just perfect, beautiful form. Just amazing. Just 10 out of 10 all the way around.
He's raw. Yeah, he's easily one of the better parts of the entire series, by far. He just fun. He's just fun to follow. He's stupid. He's funny, and his fights raw. Like he's entertaining to follow. Simple as that. He's good in my book.
Why that radio was fucking broken, man, and that shit was too funny.
Yo, why do you do it like that? Let him listen to his music. He wasn't even playing it out loud. Why he do that? What an asshole. Fucking damn bullet man. Can't stand him.
For me personally, I like Narancia. I felt like pretty much everything Simi said hit the mark. He brought like that extra, I don't know, I guess you could say like that human factor to JoJo, where he was always being like the life of the party, and he was always being fun. And it's like you can't really hate him because I guess you could say like that human
Bitch ass.
I guess.
But yeah, like you can't really fully hate him, but like it's somebody that you look at like, yo, they got to make sure that he's safe. But at the same time, it's like, yo, this nigga can fight for himself. Like he doesn't need somebody to protect him all the time, which is kind of dope. And the way he uses his ability, like Naya said, where he's like scouting the enemy, and like when he was fighting for Morioh, he was like, I know which one that you're riding on because that rat is breathing heavier than the rest of them. I was like, yo, that's how you use your stand. I fuck with that. That was pretty good. And the way he died is always gonna leave such a sour taste in my mouth. Like I just hate it. I hate that he did that. Araki, why would you do that to my son?
Right? I'm like, come on.
Yo, I was
Like when he was like, after this ends, I'm gonna go get some pizza and I'm probably gonna go back to school.
It was a red flag. He celebrated too early.
As soon as they started talking, I was like, oh.
You never celebrate too early because that means you're next. And I was like, oh, please don't do this. I'm like, take Mista. Why did he get to live?
Leave Sex Pistols alone.
What? He died on the fucking train. Ah!
And to be honest, like reading it in the manga didn't make me that emotional because I was like pissed off because I was like I knew he was about to kill him, and then the way he did it, I was just like, man, what the fuck is this shit? But I saw something on Twitter that like kind of made my heartstrings pull a little bit, where they're talking about how when Abakio died, Naruto was the only one crying, and nobody else was crying because they had to set the example for him. And then when Naruto dies, all of them are like bawling in tears, and then they're like, "There's nobody left for them to set the example for." I was like, "Damn."
I
That
told
shit
you the
hurt.
baby in the group, man.
That shit hurt, bro. I was like, "Damn."
No, it's fine. Fuck him.
Damn.
He deserved better.
Hey,
I don't know
Naruto,
what it
bro.
was, but everything about him made me so fucking angry. I just couldn't deal with it. By the time he died, I was fucking ecstatic.
Mista didn't deserve to live. He
He
actually did it. He did it. All he did was shoot himself all fucking series. He sucks! He sucks! He's ugly! He's fucking bald. He's bald.
Wait, we don't know what he really looks like. We've never seen him without a hat.
he's the worst. I don't like him. I don't know, man. I listen.
You don't like Mista. I don't like Naruto. We ain't gotta like our favorite. We don't gotta like each other.
No, I have a good reason. You don't.
I just find him insanely fucking annoying. I don't like his.
That's wrong. That's his cap.
Yo, fuck you, man. You're wrong and you know it.
I've never been wrong a day in my life.
Bullshit.
I felt that.
All right. Obviously, the one we could probably all agree upon, the actual main character, Bruno Bucciarati.
Bruno. Okay.
The GOAT!
Bruno. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I can let it happen. Bruno the fucking goat. Should not have died at all. Should have died at the end of anything. Fuck that halfway.
I mean, he kind of did.
Look, I don't give a fuck. He was half dead. He was ready to decay at any point mid-series. I don't care.
They needed it. They needed that for that Green Day fight. That was so convenient.
No, fuck that shit, man.
He's just like, oh, I don't decay because I'm just already not alive. I'm like, I bet. Yeah, but how you feel about him? Sticky fingers
Bruno
gold.
Fucking
Fact.
go. They should have killed Jorno's bitch ass. Let Bruno stay.
What the hell is going on?
Look, that ain't me. I don't want time to get blamed for shit. Doorbell was me, but that's it.
He's kind of one of the favorites. That obviously, like he's my second favorite character in part 5, I'd say. Probably, yeah, after Naruto. But he's hard to dislike because he's just one of those. You know what? You know how Quarryun just gets shit done. Like he just gets shit done. He's just out here planning. He understands his team, his squad. He's taking care of people in the place that his territory is. Became a capo, all that when you kind of realize the whole thing with Trish and you kind of learn about his backstory and how drugs pretty much kind of ruined his dad and everything like that because, well, he saw what happened and everything. And he just decides to save her. And and for somebody who went up against an ability like that for the first time, yes, he fucking died either way. He didn't put up a bad fight though. And he got her to safety. You gotta give him credit for that.
Nah, he got his shit waxed, bro.
No, but think about it. But think about it. That's like there's so many abilities you could run into and figure out on the go. I believe that's an ability I find. If you fight that guy, you have no business even coming close to winning. Mm-hmm. You just have to die. Like erasing time. Like what does that even mean? They don't even know. They just be doing shit. Like they don't even know. It just works, right? So it's like the fact he was able to kind of trick him into. I think that one punch he did, he thought he was gonna hit him, but he wasn't. He hit something and he went in there and put Trish in there, and he just at the top, and then Giorno came in. Like the fact that he was able to do that in itself was impressive.
So is he a top 3 Joe, bro?
Of course, he's top 2. Nah,
top 2.
I know why you said 3 because of Caesar probably, but it's 2. It's 2.
Caesar.
Gyro out.
Yeah, top 2 for sure. Yeah, Gyro definitely out. But.
Yeah. But
listen. Let me tell you about my man Bruno Bucciarati. First off, this man was like the shining light to every single member of Passione. He literally came to all of them when they were at their lowest points in their lives and gave them another chance to live in society. Not only that, before this man was even a gangster, this man was living the life of a normal kid and his parents split because, shit happens.
And he made a really good decision, by the way.
Yes. See, most children, when they're like young, they gravitate to the mom, especially like the boys, you want to be a mama's boy. But this man was like, you know what? My dad works hard, but like if he was by himself, I don't think he'd have that much motivation to do what he does. My mom, she probably gonna marry somebody else later on. I love them both, but I'm gonna stay with my dad.
Yeah, she'll figure it out. She's stronger.
Yeah. And like when I saw that, I was like, yo, this man, like, the intuitiveness at such a young age, like, god damn, this man is goated from 8 years old. Then later on, them two fuckheads that tried to kill his dad come and try to finish the job, and he takes both of them out.
Goat.
No hesitation. Goat shit. Then this man joins the gang.
Shank both of them niggas. Raw.
This man joins the gang, rises up in the ranks, but then he finds out the gang that he joined was part of the gang that was trying to put a hit out on his dad. So he's like at a crossroads and shit. And like I wholeheartedly believe that even if Giorno had never came into his life, eventually he would have been rising up against Diavolo when he made it to the top. I wholeheartedly believe that.
I agree.
Because even when this man was fighting Giorno, when he saw that the kid that he switched arms with was shooting up drugs, he made it so that kid wasn't going to get hurt in the middle of their battle. And I'm like, bro, this man, like, he has a heart of gold.
He's about the people, man.
And like the central theme, I feel, well, not really the central theme, but like one of the main points for part 5 was resolve. You had to steel yourself to get ready to face the consequences of your actions, but also be able to be determined to see things through the very end. It happened with Eluso when he was fighting Abacchio, Giorno, and Fugo, where he was like, I have to go through this pain in order to defeat the 3 of them. Even though he lost, he still steeled himself so he could win. Same thing with when Mista and Giorno were fighting against Giacchio. Mista was like, hey, every time I shoot, these bullets gonna fly back towards me. But I'm gonna keep shooting.
Dumb ass nigga. Stupid as fuck.
No, not dumb. Go. He's gonna keep shooting.
Stupid ass bitch.
Giorno a chance for victory.
I wish one just hit him in the fucking brain.
And nobody showed.
You right.
Nobody showed more resolve than my man Bucciarati when he fought Diavolo, because this man got beat to the point where he died. He literally died, but his resolve was so strong that it enabled him to live a few more days, so that he could see that Trish will be able to have a happy life. This man is the fucking GOAT. Who, Trish?
I'm joking. She's fine. I don't.
And let's not even get started on sticky fingers. Oh my god! Every time I hear this man call out his fucking stand, woo! Sticky fingers! Yo, that shit is the GOAT! My top 5 stands easily.
Yo, he raw.
That lick was out of character though. Like the first time I like, what the fuck is this nigga doing?
Hey man,
On the train, just licks random nigga. Like the fuck?
but he was lying. That's why. Why is he lying?
I mean, that's a good question. Why is he lying?
Stop lying.
That shit funny because it's so out of character. Because like once we get to know it, we see like he's serious. So you're just like, why the fuck did he lick his face?
Because he wanted to know if he was lying.
That's how you figure it out.
It's in character. Okay.
You figure it out by licking someone's face.
he said he could taste it. Who am I to tell him he's wrong? He has a stand. I don't.
Dog his whole life, bro.
I don't know. That shit's funny. But I think one of the best moments of resolve is when he just jumped out the fucking train. I said, okay, you're insane. This is like, this nigga's like, wait, are you serious? I'm like, oh, chill. I I'm not jumping at no fucking train. Are you stupid? Like for what? No. Relax. Don't be doing that with me. That was the moment I knew he was just different. I'm like, he really just hopped out the train. Like, fuck it, come with me. I'm like, nah.
This man prosciutto was shook, right?
I might have we have to just like we're both grown. Like, why don't we just talk about this? Like, why are we even fighting, man? Like, I start some shit. Like, listen, man. I don't even want Trish, whatever the fuck. Fuck the turtle. I'm gonna go my way. You go your way. I'm gonna get off at the next stop. But like that nigga was crazy. You just not fuck with him again. But yeah, Sticky Finger is one of my favorite stands, man. Mm-hmm. And the way he used it in the fight against Sekko was pretty cool when he's just running on the ground. I like how the anime did it. You're just running and zipping and zooming on the ground. That shit was fire. That fight sucked though. Sekko sucks. He's whack.
Sekko does suck.
He's fucking garbage.
But he's funny though.
Is he?
Yeah, his grammar sucks, and Bucciarati was correcting him. That shit was funny.
Oh yeah, he could say words. Yeah, he was dumb. But yeah, anyone else want to chime in on him?
Hey, Raw.
He just dope, bro.
Yeah.
You know that nigga Raw because he has a stand battle cry that's like almost on par with the rest of the main JoJo characters.
He just
How do you
Raw.
wear that, Chi? Go.
One of the only scrawny niggas that's Raw. Like, come on.
He's one of the few.
One of the few. On his Luffy gimmick. Everybody who work under him respect him. Why? Because he deserved the respect. So, listen, he's just Raw, a true leader, man. When you think of freaking gang leader, that's what you think of. Because a gang is supposed to be a family, right? Yeah. All them niggas is damn children. Simple as that.
All the gang leaders supposed to lick each other like he does, yeah.
Oh no,
I keep telling you guys he was lying. You brought up a good point where he's come to all of them in their lowest points in their lives. In terms of like on their launch shot, what happened to him? He got framed. That wasn't it.
Did he lick him too to see if he was lying?
Huh? No, because he wasn't lying. He has to lick you if you're lying to make sure. If you're telling the truth, it's okay. He doesn't have to verify that. It's when you're lying. You see, Giorno was a good liar. That's the difference. Narancia would probably be a terrible liar. But yeah, who do you guys think has like one of the saddest backstories? Like
of all of them?
Yeah, or at least the one you cared about the most. Whatever, most engaging. I don't know.
That's a good question.
I didn't miss it because he spent all his life babysitting Sex Pistols.
I know the anime did something for Fugo. They added that. It's different in all the versions. I think it's. I can't. I think there's 3 variations, but I mean, whatever, man. Fuck him. I don't feel bad.
Okay.
Why? He's smart. Shut up. He's smart. Shut up talking to me. Let me think. Oh, well, Naruto's actually Giorno's one was pretty sad. I actually give him that. That one was pretty. But it just like, oh, I saw a gangster and now my hair yellow. I don't know what was going on. But I'm gonna go with Naruto just because he's my favorite. And I felt bad because he was about that friendship, man. He was about friendship and they betrayed him. Why? He's like, yo, man, you should dye your hair yellow. And I'm saying, be clean. He's like, all right, how do I look? Arrested. What did he do? You didn't deserve that. You didn't. You're just a sweet boy.
I like Odd Kill though. That nigga was a fed, he got caught up. And, he's a gangster now.
The game's the game, man. Be like that. Just like, bruh. We don't police out here. We bribe, we do whatever, we let shit slide, and he's like, got his partner killed. Yeah, I mean, that was good too. What about Diablo?
Get the fuck!
Holy fucking shit. He had his mom under the damn house. Holy fuck.
Wait, isn't that scene of him being born in the prison cell anime only though? Or am I tripping?
I actually think that I know that I feel like he was actually born in Stone Ocean though, right? Wasn't that true? In the dolphin prison? I could be wrong.
Because I don't remember that freaking scene with the freaking the mom giving birth, but it's an all women prison and shit in actual part 5. I don't remember that actually being there.
I never reread part 5, so I couldn't even tell you.
But yeah, I felt that one bit was freaking anime only. But I think my vote have to go to Bruno just because Revenge Stories is raw. First of all, they hit super hard for me. I don't even know why. I ain't fucking revengeful, but it just hit hard and it's just realistic on having to choose between two parents or whatnot, where you don't have both of them in your life anymore. So that shit was just raw, and how that built his character from such a young age. That nigga was raw. He raw. He's raw. Simple as that. He raw. R-A-W, raw.
Can't argue with the facts.
I might have to agree. I think Bucciarati's backstory was the saddest because this nigga could have actually had a life, but it got taken away from him. And then the gang that he joined was the reason that he couldn't have a fucking life. Like, bro, it just comes full circle like that. And you're just like, man, you really feel for the guy.
It's not just no bullshit, oh, drugs are bad type shit either. Where some shoehorn shit like, oh, if you do the drugs, you lose your mind type shit. Right? Like, he actually has a heart of gold even though he became a criminal and shit. And not just, oh, well, it's a controlled substance, it bad type shit. So I was in the bag with that fucking backstory. I don't care what nobody say.
Nigga was on the DARE program, bro.
It's the turtle. Turtle's got the worst backstory.
Yo, fuck that turtle.
I mean, go ahead.
I get it, JoJo weird as shit. I had no idea what the fuck that turtle was about. I was like, why is there? Okay, all right, it's JoJo. I guess I'll accept this real quick. But what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
There was no reason a fucking turtle would just show up.
Listen, respect Mr. President. Yo, what about Well, actually, I mean, we gotta touch about this. How do you guys feel about Pornonef's kind of role there and how he came?
It was whack.
Why the fuck, nigga?
There was no reason to fucking kick my man Polnareff down again. We had all of part 3 to watch this man get shit on every single week. There was no reason to shit on him again.
This nigga lost his arm. He lost everything. Didn't think to call up Jotaro.
He had
nigga that saved
I'm saying, bro.
Call up the nigga that saved
Didn't Oh wait, no, didn't he call him before?
He called him before, but after everything happened, he was just chilling.
Yeah.
Say, I don't need that nigga. I got turned into a fucking turtle.
I'm not gonna call the most powerful stand user in history. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit here and get him myself with my fucking disabled ass. Yeah, right.
Bro.
I was like happy to see him, but I don't know if I like what they did with him. Like, he just,
the way that we had to see him though, that's what pissed me off.
It hurt.
Because, like, this man was constantly getting fucking kicked in for all of fucking part 3 on a weekly basis, like a la Enya's fucking bathroom scene. And like, this motherfucker like is just getting kicked down again in someone else's series. Like, goddamn.
There was absolutely 0 point to bring him in just to freaking shit on him again. Simple as that. What the fuck was the point? That shit pissed me off. I was so hyped to see this nigga, and then get the fuck out of my. And didn't when he became the turtle, didn't the turtle get destroyed? At least off screen or like in a small panel. I could have sworn the turtle got destroyed. That turtle don't exist no more.
I don't see, because I can look at the last panel in the manga. I'll look at it in a second. But in the anime, he's there.
I could have sworn that turtle got destroyed. So if it did, for argument's sake, they really brought a nigga back just to fucking kill him. For what? Nothing.
So they
control his own stand in the end. Man.
So they could know that he could make your blood drip to know that time skip. Bars.
Fuck my life.
Bro, I just feel like Polnareff is like Araki's punching bag, bro. Like, when this man fought Vanilla Ice, he had to watch Avdol and Iggy die in front of him, lost 2 fingers, a couple toes. Then after that, what happened? He tried to ambush Dio, got sent the fuck back. Then we come to part 5. This man is wheelchair bound. He got 1 arm, 1 leg. Then he tries to counterattack Diavolo. he grazes him a little bit, and then his body gets killed. Now he's trapped in the turtle. What the fuck? And then the whole time this man was recovering. Like, you're not gonna call up Jotaro like, hey, bro, I'm in some pretty bad shape right now. Can you help me out? Like, come on, bro. What is this?
Niggas don't got phones in Italy. That's crazy.
Miraculous hate French people.
He had no service. Leave him alone.
It is like what? Like
the turtle.
why?
The turtle is in the panel in the manga. He's there too. He's still in there.
Alright. Sorry, I'm just bugging. But it's like, why out of all characters bring him in if he don't got nothing to do with any of the fucking current cast? So even destroying his body, what the fuck type of effect is that doing to the cast? They literally do not care.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It was a strange
If
decision.
some random nigga, like, if some random nigga I don't know who went through some shit I never seen, he decided to fight with me.
Where did he get those computer skills? to hack into the. Where did he learn that?
This nigga was dumb as shit.
That shit was so funny, bro. I'm like, wait a minute.
He's sophisticated ape. Shit.
Say the time that he was in that wheelchair, he was just on his hacker shit.
Hacker man.
He had to learn a new skill.
That shit's so funny, man. Well, yeah, I don't know. I was happy to just see him, but fuck.
Same, but then when I see this nigga get fucking whole body gone, he a turtle now. What's worse, being a cripple or being a turtle?
Being a turtle is definitely worse.
Can't talk, can't do nothing. You just sit there.
Fast at all.
Like, he can talk, but he can't do anything. He just like what? This just
Nigga eat fucking grapes. That's it. Like, fuck my life, man.
You didn't deserve that. You didn't deserve it. All right. Well, what are our favorite stand battles in Part 5? Part 5 is usually pretty. I even saw this a little bit before I got someone to this. Part 5 has always been praised to having one of the best stand battle parts, along with 7. So I see that a lot. That's what I see a lot. I'm just telling you what I see. This is anecdote. This is purely anecdotal. I'm talking about my life. But what do you guys think are the best stand battles in Part 5? Or favorites, whatever. Yeah, I'm gonna say no God. Damn, that means it sucks. I mean,
no. Look,
I'm joking.
Well, I mean, I already said it, but basically, Giacchio versus Giorno and Mista, I felt was my favorite stand battle of Part 5. Just off the fact of how relentless this man Giacchio was. Like, this man was literally doing a high-speed chase on the bridge while he was skating. They tried to knock him off. He was like, bro, I'm not going anywhere. So Giorno's like, okay, let's go into the water then. I'm like, bro, that's clearly a stupid-ass idea. Because this man uses ice. But we'll see how this works. Like, this man Giorno was trying to bring life inside the car, but there was like nothing that could grow in sub-zero temperatures. I was like, damn, these dudes are like in a bind right now. And then for once, Sex Pistols was actually doing something good. The heat from the bullets.
Don't speak on it like that.
No, I mean, I love Mista. I love Mista and I love Sex Pistols, but he's always getting waxed. That's the thing.
The one time I'm okay with the character getting his ass beat every week, it's okay.
Look at this fucking guy.
But I just like the fact that it was useful because the heat from the gun's discharge was able to bring life forward so that they were able to get Giacchio off the car. And then, like, they try to find his weak point, but, like, nah, this man's like, I got my weak point covered. Gently weeps. I was like, oh, shit. This guy is actually, like, the hardest person that they've had to fight so far. Like, I know that's a cliche line, but compared to everybody else in the squadron, like, Giacchio was, yeah, he was that guy.
He was formidable.
I think
mine was probably like, you got it.
Who? You might have mentioned already. What was the name of that one dude that could make like razor blades and shit appear?
Risotto Nero, Metallica.
Yeah, when he was fighting
Doppio slash Diablo.
schizophrenic, two personality man. That shit was wrong. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was like, okay, you have my attention for a couple minutes here.
That was my second favorite one, but I really like that. I always feel like he got shafted. Mine is the Grateful Dead. I brought it up earlier. I was just feeling that one, man. That was just a good like AOE. Everyone old. The way he came, he's like, oh no, I'm actually the guy looking for bitch. Put him down. Shot him in the head and killed Mista. He died. That was the best part of the whole part when he killed Mista. That's crazy.
God damn.
And like I said, the bait and switch was cool. But go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, mine was Naranja versus what's his name? Where Naranja couldn't talk, like Squalo
And Tizanio.
Clash,
Crash of Talking Head. That was good.
Them two gay niggas. That shit was raw.
Yeah.
But not dead ass. Like, I can't even remember no damn fights out this part, man. Son, I told you the second we started, what I said. I couldn't tell what the fuck was going on reading the damn manga. Like, son, not a whole freaking train fight. Only the first thing I see fucking Mista's bullets flying. Next thing you know, the nigga on the floor with 2 holes in his head. I don't know what's going on at all. Listen, best fights, miss me with that, man. But nah, Risotto was fucking fire. That shit was heat. But what the fuck was I about to say? Damn! Hold on a minute, bro. Damn, that memory said, fuck you. I completely forgot the fuck I was about to say. Never the fuck mind. I'm sorry.
On his amnesia gimmick again.
Shoot. I can't. Dad, you remember that? Shit. Dang, I really can't remember what the fuck I'm saying. I'm sorry.
It'd be like that.
I really was about to say something. That shit just completely flew out my mind.
A lot of people really like the Green Day fight. Especially the 9, is it 9-page Muda?
8 pages.
Yeah, so a lot of people really like that part.
I like the conclusion. See, I like the conclusion to a lot of the part 5 fights, but it feels like somewhere like in the middle of the fights is just like, okay, what are we doing? But
I remember what I was going to say now.
This nigga's about to forget again.
Yo, chill. Why you wishing that on me?
No, go ahead, Timmy, before you forget.
Shit. Nah, what I was gonna say was fucking Notorious B.I.G. That shit was raw.
Oh,
the only reason why that shit was raw because it really showed how crazy what's the type of stance called? Fucking
automatic stance.
Yeah.
Remote control stance.
Yeah, how really powerful them niggas could be. It's like, if you don't hurt the user, the stand not gonna go away. That stand don't take damage like normal stands. You gotta hurt the user itself. The user dead. You on the plane. Like that shit. I was like, wait, hold on a minute. How the fuck they gonna get out of this one? They didn't. They just gave the problem to someone else. That shit crazy. But yeah, that shit was dumb wrong. That helped build the lore on how powerful fucking remote stance could be for me. So that's why I thought that fight stood out to me just for that fucking reason alone. I said, dang, hold on a minute. These niggas kind of powerful.
By the way, I found the manga chapter where they talk about him being born in the prison. So yeah, because I remember it was connected to part 6 in some facet. So it is there. So it's not anime only. You know how long it took me to find that shit? Jesus Christ!
The whole time.
I actually was looking the whole time. I was playing Fire Emblem, but like it took me a clean 20 minutes. But yeah.
Golden Deer in the house.
You already know. But yeah, I think I already said it, but I think I already talked about my favorite time battle. I think there's one I'm forgetting that I liked a lot though. I'm trying to think what it was. So, what happened in part 5? What even happened? Whatever. Did everyone go?
Y'all like that Fugo fight?
No.
I liked it. I thought it was pretty good.
Fuck Purple Haze.
Purple Haze fucking fire, bro.
Nah. If the user sucks,
Hate
then
Narancia, but
No,
like Fugo.
because like
to see it.
honestly though, like I was like one thing that I think that they should have done with Part 5, have Fugo come back towards the end as an antagonist.
that was
Because like
that was the idea originally. He didn't
no,
want to go through with it. He scrapped the idea. He was gonna make him a traitor.
yeah, because like no, because the reason why he had him leave because he was like, wait, this guy's fucking broken. I can't.
There's
have
that
this guy
too.
be
His
the
stand was too
antagonist.
powerful.
And then he's like, all right, the comic is an antagonist. And then he was like, all right, nope, light novel instead. I'm like, fuck that light novel.
And just because someone's inevitably gonna say it, the light novel does not make Fugo any better or worse. He's the exact same. Didn't change my opinion on him at all. I didn't like him any less. I don't like him any more. He still sucks. Because someone's gonna say always when he comes up, you should read. I read it. He's still whack. Good light novel though. Light novel good.
All bases covered.
Light novel was hidden. He's still whack. All right.
All right,
Now-
bad.
Damn it! I really can't remember what I was gonna say either.
Oh my god, you too, dog. Shit.
I tell you that
Need to
shit
be
crazy.
committed.
Oh my
Fuck, I'll be
goodness.
forgetting my name after this podcast. Shit.
What is even my own name? We talk about Trish though. What do you think about Trish? This gives me time to recall what happened. But what do you think about Trish though? For real.
She's fine.
I like her stand.
Spice Girl.
It's just a shame that it only used it one time. Like, bro.
She whacked.
Ah.
All she did, she sat around in bed dead awake for the majority of the time, whining and complaining about why y'all strange men taking me places.
She pulled an Ashley.
And then
She pulled the Resident Evil 4. Let's be honest.
oh, that ass.
Uh,
And then gained a stand, was scared of her own stand, used it one time, went right back to being in the background. Miss me. Pink haired anime thoughts never it.
Facts, Cap.
that's a fact. I've been. my
That's
mind
cap.
changed. She whacked.
Well, because Yasuo out and she's fucking amazing. So that's cap. But I hear what you're saying. Actually, no, I don't. I don't agree with that at all. Pink hair thoughts me in. I'm upset because when he said that, I thought about Hilda and she sucks too and she has pink hair. Fuck.
No,
I might have to reevaluate that stance on this, but that's not important. That's not important.
Yeah, agenda's out.
She annoying as shit. You can't deny that.
That is not Hilda.
Yes.
I can't fucking stand Hilda. I can't stand her. She didn't even get better with the time skip. But anyways, let's get off topic. Okay, so one of the like kind of crossover topics I want to have, but let's for now keep it to part 1 to 5. We'll come. I mean, fuck it. If you want to say something about the other parts, just try to be as vague as possible. But I wanted to talk about all of the end games or like final parts of like JoJo because Pat, you had that tweet when you were talking about like, which like Dio's World, whatever, Bites the Dust, like which was our favorite kind of end game in terms of like when the main cast or main character faces the protagonist. So which one do you think would be like your favorite from like 1 to 5? Well, whatever, 1 to 8. We'll start from 1 to 5 and we'll touch on 6, 7, 8 if anything if we have to. Well, 8 doesn't have one yet, but.
Oh, what's my favorite endgame?
Yeah, cause like I could start, cause like I remember you were doing it, and I was going back and forth, and I actually chose Phantom Blood because just that build up, man. Jonathan, the blood feud, and how that basically started the feud that lasted generations. Dio taking his body, all that stuff. I think
so
like
much gas.
and the fact that it's pretty much the catalyst and part 1, like much as you want to say whatever about Phantom Blood, it bleeds into every part into some facet because to some degree Dio was just always involved. He did something, or the arrows, it didn't matter. He did something somewhere sometime. Obviously part 6, was good with him and the priest, but yeah, like I gotta go with Phantom Blood's like overall endgame climax finale. I think it's the neatest. It's the simplest in a sense. It's the neatest and tidiest. As much as I like part 2, I mean it was kind of wacky with the volcano getting shot out of orbit and everything. I mean it was fun. It's JoJo, but it's a little messy.
Yeah.
I could see why it would rub some people the wrong way. Much as it didn't bother me. But what about you guys?
No, you got it.
I was just gonna say I struggled between parts 3, 4, and 7,
Mhm.
and I was trying to decide like which one is the best one end game wise, and I had to break it down like this. My favorite fight in all of JoJo is Jotaro versus Dio. Like that shit, it has everything. It has hands, suspense, creativity, fucking a battle of wits, like all that shit. It has everything.
Flying.
But the end game starts from like yeah, flying raw. I don't care. But the end game starts from when they go into Dio's house, and some parts of the Vanilla Ice fight was just not hitting for me like that. So I can't really say that's the best one.
I just don't like that he lost his marbles at the end and just kept running at him. Like, what's good with you?
Yeah, that shit. I was just like, what's wrong with this guy? So it came down to part 4 and part 7, and I had to give it to part 4 because Bites the Dust arc literally had me like shaking. Like reading that shit, I was just like, oh my fucking god! Like this nigga Kira has hit a new level. How are they gonna beat him? Like I was just so terrified when he used Bites the Dust, and then Hayato gets confronted by Jotaro and the rest of them, and Killer Queen pops up in their eyes and kills all of them. I was like, no.
The Rohan one, the first time, because he's like my favorite character in part 4. I was like, don't do this to me again. Like you can't just keep killing the people I like. Like what is wrong with you?
Yes, bro. Like when Rohan first died, I was like, fuck.
I only say that because before the thing with Joseph, I'm like, not Joseph. Don't do that. No, like no, like like the whole time, like you gotta beat this nigga ass because Joseph didn't deserve this.
Yes, he did. Joseph unfaithful. He deserves it all.
No, he didn't.
What?
Listen,
Joseph the best Joestar. He don't deserve that.
Exactly. That's not cap. Listen,
yeah,
if you're pulling things at like that at 60, woo! I gotta give you respect and nothing else. I don't condone cheating. Black men don't cheat. Anyways, continue.
But it's just like the way Kira was able to get Killer Queen's new ability is just so like it's so in line with his character. Every time this man was pushed up against the wall, this man evolved into a new being. Like it just didn't matter what obstacle was in his way. He was determined to live a quiet life. And it didn't matter like how many times he was gonna get confronted. He was like, I don't like fighting, but if I fight, I know I'll never lose. I'm like, bro, I fuck with that so hard, bro. I fuck with that. And then at the end, he's like, Hayato, you looking kind of agitated right now.
He's such an asshole. He only lost because he got so fucking cocky.
Yeah, he was like, damn, I think everybody must have died then. So that means my Bites the Dust is invincible. I, Kira Yoshikage, am the best. And then Josuke's like,
what did you just say, nigga?
And Kira's like, damn.
He's like, oh. Hayato's like, yo. And I didn't say it. It wasn't me. And I was like, okay, let's go. I know a lot of people get mad at the very, very end because they feel like Jotaro kind of won with the time stop thing and whatever. I have no issue with it. I don't.
Nah, man. He got beat by all of Morioh Cho. Koichi stopped him with echoes, and then Jotaro came and cleaned it up. That shit was tough. I love the ending for part 4.
A lot of people feel like Josuke didn't get to sort of beat Kira and don't like that he got run over and that Jotaro.
But he did.
I know. That's the thing. He did was the most important part. Sorry, go ahead.
He did, but he didn't. Like I feel like it's more so the fact that like when you compare it to part 3, Jotaro said, "Fuck it, I'ma clean up the yoke by myself."
Mm-hmm.
People, I feel like it's more so the fact that like because part 4 was the first time where it wasn't the lead character taking care of the primary antagonist by themselves. Like Jonathan, he fucked up Dio solo. Josuke fucked up. Not Josuke.
I mean, really, just the Pillarmen in general.
Yeah, Joseph fucked up all the Pillarmen solo. Like he was like, I got this shit.
Go.
Jotaro said, I got Dio. Like Josuke, he had his handheld. And then when you go into part 5, and Giorno's like, I got Diablo. It's kind
He
of
didn't even beat him. That arrow beat him. Let's just not cap. The fucking arrow did it.
No, I'm not denying that. I'm literally saying like comparatively, it's like okay, yes, the arrow did all the work.
Yeah.
But it's like, all right,
I feel like that win's not satisfying. You're just like, aha, now I have this power, and I was just like,
but people have to look beyond that though. It's like Josuke and Kira were split parallels of each other. They're like the complete opposites of a spectrum.
Facts.
One had a stand ability that could completely erase you from existence, like leave no trace of you behind. And the other one had a stand ability that could like bring you back from the brink of death. As long as you were still alive, no matter what injury you had, you were still going to be able to be good. Mm-hmm. So those two came to a head, and in the end, Josuke won. He didn't deal the finishing blow, but that's not, what the concern here is. Like, this man Kira had to be put down. And you're not going to have somebody that's like innocent like Josuke do something like that to Kira. You got to let the raw-ass motherfucker like Jotaro do it. You got to let him do it.
Word to the ambulance.
Like, I see what you mean. But, like, even then, like, I feel like Josuke's, like, quote-unquote innocent personality, I feel like that was low-key a fabrication. Because, like, to me, like, the reason, like, personally, like, I wasn't feeling part 4 until Kira came out. Like, before Kira came out, I hated part 4. I didn't know what the fuck all the hype was about. Like, I genuinely feel like a lot of times...
Sorry. The piano, bro. For Kira's theme. Sorry, keep going.
Oh. Like, I genuinely feel like a lot of times Josuke came off as a nothing character because he didn't really, in the first beginning, he, he literally came out as this delinquent, badass character, and then I feel like Araki was like, I don't want to write that again. So, slowly but surely, he just devolved that character altogether, took like any semblance of badassness away from Josuke, and just had to be a go-lucky fuck.
Nah, you didn't. You didn't absorb that properly in the slightest. That's just wrong.
No, it's like the thing is like, why would Josuke have to be a freaking badass if that nigga don't got no problems in his life? He's a fucking high schooler. It's like, nah. But what I'm saying is like, in Jotaro's case, he literally have a freaking 3-generation battle to deal with, right? Josuke don't got nothing to do with none of that. This nigga just chilling in school.
And
But the first time you see him, he's not being badass. He's afraid of a turtle. But when you insult, he's gonna let the upperclassmen whatever to him until they said your hair looks dumb, and then he's like, hey, yo, don't even talk about my hair. And then the rawness came out. There's nothing wrong with him not, like, generally he's cool, he's chill, he has no issues, he's just doing whatever. But when the time calls for it, then he has to put on the rawness. That's all it really is. Also, his resolve really didn't come until his grandfather died, and then he's like, I'll protect the town. That's when he had that little bit of a change. So don't forget about that moment.
Again, like, I'm just saying that, like, we know that he does have signs of it being there. Like, we know that it's how
did we get here? Talk about endgames. Sorry, keep going.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what the fuck happened. You know what? Fuck. Forget what I said. This is actually irrelevant. My bad.
Yeah, but back to I think the main point we were talking about with the like, I think when you think, so first of all, this is kind of funny now thinking about it. Kira's kind of goal is lame. He's just like, listen, I just want to live a quiet, peaceful life. Don't talk to me while I kill bitches. I'll decide. And carry the hand in my purse. But you think about like Diablo, like, I just don't want anyone to know who I am ever. And it's like the way, if you think about, they're both kind of lame, but the way Kira did it was so much better. It came across a lot more powerful and impactful to me, especially when you think about like the ending. To me, he doesn't necessarily lose to Josuke specifically. He loses to Morioh Cho, the entire town, because what was the one thing he didn't want them to know? Who he really was, and what happened in the end. They found out. That was the L. That's how he lost. So anyone who's like, oh, Josuke, blah blah, I'm just like, bro, I don't think you got the point. First of all, Josuke still put in work. Jotaro had beef with him because of what happened with the sheer heart attack, so it's not like he was completely disengaged. So I didn't have a problem with Koichi using Act 3 and then the time stop, and then after, shout out to the, like Simi said, shout out to the ambulance, 911 out, and then, you know, he lost to the town. Then you had the dead man stuff, which is interesting, but that's for another day. About somebody else talk about their favorite endgame.
Shit, y'all already spoke about mine.
Sorry, go ahead.
Nah, they already spoke about mine, so I got nothing to say. Shout out to the ambulance.
I mean, I can't really go into the details about mine, but for me, it's part 7. Pretty clearly. Part 4 is really good, but I mean, part 7 is the gold standard for JoJo in pretty much, arguably all respects, except maybe one, and that's what, like, best JoJo I think is really the only one that's really debatable. You know, there's a lot of the. Yeah, like I said, I don't really want to get into part 7 because this is supposed to be.
Don't worry, next episode we in there, I promise.
Oh, we in.
But part 7's endgame was just Jesus fucking Christ, man.
I feel you.
That's all I need to say. Jesus fucking Christ.
You know the funny thing is though, like freaking part 7 endgame was like that shit. Like fucking had my fucking chest in a vice.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sorry, the second these niggas started talking about golden triangle, I was crying. That shit is so funny to me. Like, nigga, that shit remind me, that entire ending with the fucking golden triangle and the that fucking rectangle shit. That shit remind me of the gameplay in fucking Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade.
Oh my
Nigga
God.
just fucking looking at shapes in the fucking scenery. That shit is so funny to me. That crap was so out of left field, but that's a story for another day.
Next episode.
Niggas making triangles out of fucking horse and 2 rocks. Whatever.
Is anybody's favorite battle tendency or no?
We good.
It peaked at Wamu, huh?
We good. That's for the anime only to discuss. We good.
Fair enough.
I like the end of the battle tendency.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, like out of all of them, is gonna be part 6, just because I felt the largest sense of urgency out of it, like out of all the other parts.
Okay. Don't worry. This will be the first thing we talk about. The next episode we'll continue, and then we'll add all the other parts and dive into it properly.
I just felt like it was like, yeah, we gotta do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying.
All right. We can pretty much wrap this up. Any final comments on Italy?
That shit not it.
Golden Win. The anime. The openings were cool. Endings were cool. It was good, man.
Hey, I just want to go on record and say Fighting Go is the best opening of all JoJo parts. That shit, I don't know. It just does something to me. They didn't have to edit it at all. I didn't care. That shit was great.
I don't know, man. I mean, it's both Coda, so whatever. But I gotta go Bloody Stream. I just love Bloody Stream, man.
Bloody Stream was close second.
Nah, the fucking 80 standing me. Sono chino sadame. Son, that shit slap. Let me get
that shit's so wrong.
Grown man singing his heart out to me. Son, that shit slap. Just captures the essence of the 80s, man. That shit dumb.
I feel it. Oh, we didn't talk about this. Let's bring it back real quick, just because I think it was cool. Giorno was the only character that took the opening back from the villain.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So like you had the little whatever. Then after, obviously, when the villain's abilities are revealed, he erases time, blah blah blah. But then when he gets Gold Experience Requiem, he retakes the opening back from Diablo. That was kind of clean. I gotta give him.
That shit was very raw. It caught me by surprise. I did not expect that.
Cause like I thought at the time they had the weakest one in terms of like the villain changing the opening. That was like, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but I'll give him his props because he took it back at the very end. Like, all right. Oh, that reminds me, real quick, just because I totally forgot because I just watched it recently. How did you guys feel about them kind of incorporating sleeping slaves into the last 2 episodes?
See,
because I felt like it was a little disorganized. I didn't like it.
I like the concept that was introduced was Sleeping Slaves, like throwing it at the end where Mista tries to change fate, but the fate that he couldn't accept.
He did. He
bringing...
got, yo, fuck that guy. He made everything worse.
Look, no. Listen, it's like the guy said, him shooting the bullets at the stone and it turning into Bucciarati was not what made Bucciarati's fate like that. That was gonna happen regardless.
But he roped in Narancia and Abakio into it because he fucking sucks and he got to live. He didn't deserve any. He did not deserve his life. Let me read a light novel. Let me read a light novel of Dodo just so I could kill Mista.
He was gonna throw his life away for Bucciarati.
Oh my fucking god! I would just kill him in my light novel. That'd be the whole point, just so he could die.
That's what I took away from it. He was going to sacrifice himself for Bucciarati no matter what.
I feel you.
So I thought that was really good. The way it was done, I thought it was pretty funny. Like when he was asking him questions, and the guy tries to ask questions back, he was like, "Hey!" Because I hate that shit, bro. Don't answer my question with a question. I'm asking questions.
Maybe he's just not fucking scary. We know he has a gun, and no one's afraid of him because he has no fucking swag.
They're not scared of him because he's wearing a crop top with a fucking hat. Why would you do that?
That man was not afraid at all. He stayed asking questions back to his questions. Would you prefer that Sleeping Slaves was earlier or separate, or do you think it was better to incorporate it with the last episode?
I think it's better to put it at the end.
All right.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought that was messy. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. I don't really have a good reason for it. The same way I can't figure out why I don't like the Fire Force anime. I couldn't put it really why Sleeping Slaves kind of being intertwined with the ending kind of threw me off. I don't know. Anyways, cancel Fire Force. Cancel Fire Force and start Stone Ocean. Start Stone Ocean. We need that.
Cancel Fire Force for Stone Ocean?
Yeah.
I can get behind
I'm okay
that.
with that. That sounds like a fair trade.
Yeah, that's a good trade.
We got the manga for Fire Force. We good.
Exactly. All right. You guys got anything else to say?
Sex Pistols out here.
Thanks, Captain.
See me?
Eat my ass.
All right. I mean, you need to stop now.
All right. Fuck Mista.